Okay, so here we are, Tuesday. I think it's the 12th of May, and it's day 2 of the session. Of course, day 1 is where you set up and everything is ready to go. So everything's mic'd up, ready literally for a quick sound check before we start tracking again, just to make sure. Because it's strange, though nothing has really moved. Gremlins, things can happen in the evening, in the night, to the dark of nights. You just don't know that things could be a little bit different. So we'll sound check the drums again. We'll do it individually and then as a whole. Sometimes engineers would just say, oh, just play everything, it'll be fine. Other people just do a spot check again and we go around all the drums. Obviously starting from the kick drum to the snare drum, to the rack tom, to the floor tom, to the hi-hat, to the ride, to the overheads. You know, people do it in different orders, but that's generally how Phil does it. Oh, that looks quite cool, look at that. Whoa, very Blade Runner-esque or something. I kept the kit the same. I haven't brought any second snare. I know that's brave. Usually when I do these videos, I've got like the Ludwig Vistalite or the Ludwig 400 or the comedy named Jugs snare drum or one of the Slingerland vintage, whatever, just as a backup, or even the DW 13x5, which is a killer of a snare drum. But no, I just kept this one and it just sounds great. We did a kind of U2, 80s U2, early 80s U2, and very early new wave Simple Minds track yesterday, kind of vibe, if you were going to reference it, you know. And obviously referencing is where, you know, a songwriter or musician, whoever's the band leader or whatever, can say, this song is my song, it's an original song, but I was influenced by this, or I like the sound from this record. And references, that's where references come in. So references are dead useful. And I would say it was sort of referenced to that. So on the toms, I used these trusty, just ripped up snare heads. You know, I've got a few different ones. There's some DW head there, look, made by Remo, of course. And I've got some clear ones, and you can see I haven't cut them very finely. These are the ones that I use at the Dorset Drum Show. When I was talking about sounding like a Lindrum, which Drum Dog have just posted on their Facebook and Instagram and bits and bobs, and there's reels and shorts of that. So go and check that out at drumdog.com, and also on their Instagram, you'll see me talking about that. Plus showing a little demonstration of how we can use the hi-hats and grooves to save using shakers or tambourines to add extra spice to your grooves, live or in the studio. Yeah, so I had them on the toms, and it made them sound really cool. And I tracked a little bit yesterday with the phone on the stand. So, you know, I've got some of the session footage. Some of them aren't the actual takes. Some are just takes 1 or 2 or something. Usually it's 3, 4, or maybe 5. It's the take we go with. But I've got a few of the early takes, which I share as well as reels. And obviously I'll attach it to this video as well, which is going to be quite a long video. But yeah, yesterday went really well. We got 3 songs done, and we're doing further 2 songs today. And Phil's just arrived at the studio, and I better get off the phone and get back to work. So yeah, here we go, guys. So I'll do a little bit of filming a bit later on of the next 2 songs. All right, see you in a minute. those might be all right. Is it feeling okay up there? Great, man. One more of those, Phil, and I'll come up and we'll have a listen. I can't remember what I did, but okay, yeah, that's fine. Just a normal stop. Okay, you got. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, to both parties as well. Yeah. All right. Let's go again, but it's feeling good. Nick, happy? All right, then. Let's do it. Beautiful. Beautiful. That felt nice, that one. Yeah, man, on my way, brother. Okay, Phil. I'm only going to come in after the first chorus. It's sort of freestyle until then. So I don't know if you can see where that is, but there's 2 verses, then a chorus, and then I'll come in with the piano there, and I play through Innes's solo and that kind of world. Yeah, perfect. That felt really good. Yeah, I mean, it's pushing and pulling a little bit with everybody. People are sort of tending to push a bit. If it, I think that was really nice actually. I want my no. It's just I could do with bringing guitar, piano, and vocals down, just so the click is a bit more prominent. Because everyone, yeah, well, not turn it up, turn them down. Because yeah, I mean they're all doing a natural thing of wanting to push it a bit, but it's just counteracting with the click a little bit. That's all. Okay, so there basically you just witnessed what can happen between takes when you're looking at playing along to an existing backing track, which, as you can tell, all of these sessions are pretty much. But sometimes when people are tracking to a click, sometimes they'll get it down quite quickly and again push and pull, feeling it as if they were playing it live, giving it some emotion for them. And of course, later on down the line, when I come along and then I play to that, how they felt it in the room at that time, in that vibe, in that heartbeat, isn't what I'm doing a few days later. I'm feeling it again in a different way, and we're looking at it in a very clinical way of, I need instruments to be in time with the click, and off we go. But in that instance, yes, lovely backing track actually. You take the click out of it and it moves beautifully. It's so well played. But of course, I have to sort of come in the middle of that and make some sense of the click and what was laid down. So I was just basically saying to Phil there that, I need a balance in my headphones where the click remains king and I can then feel confident that I now know the arrangement. I don't need so many of the pointers from the melody and from the chord changes. I know where I am. I've got my chart and everything ready to go. So then I can actually just get on with playing the song and then they can re-record. It's a little bit trickier when you're working with a project where they say the backing track remains and you're playing to that, and they're also aware that it does move slightly. So then you kind of have to make a call. Sometimes you'll play with the click, obviously, but sometimes if something moves a little bit, you have to step out of that for a millisecond and play that little section along with the backing and kind of ignore the click, which is weird, and then come back into line again. And I've had to do that. But on this particular situation, because it was all being re-recorded again, it was okay for me to bring the guys down, still to give me a vibe, because in theory you could actually just play any track and just count the bars in your head, because you've got your chart, you know what's happening, and you don't need any instrumentation at all, because you could just do it classical way by just counting the bars. But of course, that doesn't give much feel, so I could always do it that way, but I still wanted the guys in my headphones to give me the dynamic and the sense of the feeling of tension and release in the song, things like that. So that's basically what was going on there. So I've talked over most of this track, but that's okay. You get the idea of what was going on anyway. But I thought it was good just to fill you in on some of those things. Yeah, lovely. Thank you. That felt really sweet. Okay, so here we are, day 3, Wednesday. Nothing's really changed on the kit. Not much to report here, really. But we managed to record another 2 yesterday. Then I had to go and do a podcast with Carolina for Midnight Neon. So I'm now back. And I left information for the guys in the band to track some keyboards and bits and bobs, because obviously I'm sort of co-producing the album as well. And yeah, it's going really well. So there's the kit. Nothing's changed, as I say. Haven't changed anything up. The snare's just sounding amazing. And these Tama toms, or Star toms, are just really sweet. Absolutely fantastic. Just loving what they're sounding like. And I know nothing sounds that good through a phone, but this is kind of what we're looking at with the toms. Okay, so it appears that I filmed absolutely nothing on day 3. Not sure why, but there's a lovely atmospheric, dramatic picture of the mixing desk with some lovely lighting. That's upstairs at the studio, which I know regular viewers on my channel would have seen a lot of these rooms before. I do a lot of my YouTube videos there, and there's a lovely view of the tom-tom there, the 12-inch tom, which actually with the portrait mode makes it look a bit thinner, but that is a 12 by 8. You can see some marks as well on the finish, but anyway. The sessions went well, really well. Afraid that I didn't film any chats with George, who was our tech, or Phil, our engineer, or the band members, which is a shame, because I said I would. I didn't get round to it, unfortunately, but I did take these lovely pictures. But it was a good session. The album is now in the bag. We're now sort of 3 weeks away from that. It took me a while to get this video edited and together, but I hope you enjoyed it, seeing the takes, and I realised that I make a lot of drum faces that I never thought I made. And also I shout when I've got my headphones on. But I think I was also shouting a little bit on those talk back between takes, because the overheads are the thing that they hear me through, really. So I tend to shout. But the session was good. The album's going to be great. It comes out in a couple of months. Really looking forward to you hearing it. As ever, thanks for tuning in. I hope these video clips were interesting of us in the studio. And there will be more, as I say, where I introduce band members and so on. But as ever, thanks for tuning in. I'll be back with some more videos very soon. Have a great, where are we? Friday, the 3rd of July. Have a great Friday, 3rd of July, 2026, wherever you are. And I'll see you on the next video.